issues? Is my mic all right? I feel like my mic's off.
All right, so we are officially, just going to real quick here. We are live. Hold on, here we go. Ready? Hold on. Now we're live. We are officially live on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I do have an intro for the show. Let me see if I can find it here real quick.
Well, we just started. So.
I know. It's kind of like, oh, geez, God. It's like you tripped over an extension cord or something.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. This is an edition of the, I was thinking about some things here, Jared. Just real quick. Jared Carter.
Yes.
Jared Carter, the genius, the guy who produced the show and hung out with me for, we almost were employed for like a year. Right?
Almost made it.
Almost. I mean, they were this close to actually being really good.
It's about a year and a half or so, right?
Something like that.
I feel like we packed a lot of fun into a year and a half.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And anyway, so Jared is joining me tonight, and he's having a delicious Boulevard wheat.
Yeah, it's provided by you and your lovely wife.
And we are doing some delicious steaks, by the way, as well here very shortly on the show. I want to mention, before we get into the podcast, and we are live, and if you want to comment on the radio program, I want you to go ahead and just write us, okay? Write the show right now. I'd love to hear what you think, as long as it's positive, because otherwise I do not want to hear, unless you think I'm awesome, and Jared's okay, but unless you say Rob Carson is a genius, don't bother.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
I don't like my feelings hurt.
Yeah.
I don't read anything negative. I never have.
I don't like it either. Now, it's interesting. When I left the radio station and I checked out Tony's KC, and we're working on getting Tony on.
Oh, good.
It was a little rough.
Oh, you read comments on the post
it's awful.
Why would you do that?
I know.
That's so stupid.
Because they're just troll bastards.
Yeah.
They're terrible. It's like, well, as soon as Jared is off the show, you knew it was going to fail. And I'm like, Jared was an anchor on the show. It's fairly. Jared was terrible, right,
well,
Kel?
I'm right here.
Jared was terrible. You like?
She said, "Oh,
you liked them?"
She said she liked me, but I would make her go too often. Do I say inappropriate things? No,
never.
Speak honestly. Your wife is hanging out behind us, we should say.
A couple times a day. That's my wife, Kel, in the background.
Yeah.
She looks spectacular, by the way. My wife is unbelievably hot and awesome.
We got to reposition that chair at some point so we don't have two. Because when I see on the monitor, there's like a double guest every time. We got to move the chair over to the other corner.
I know. Well, we have a comfortable studio here.
It is a nice setup. I like it.
It is a nice setup compared to most. Anyway, I want to mention before we get into, and we've got a ton of stuff to get to on the show.
Yeah.
I think you're really going to enjoy it. Kevin Langan. Kevin! My good buddy Jim Langan from high school in Neola, Iowa. Kevin Langan, older brother, great guy. Thank you for joining the conversation tonight. He's a brilliant. A lot of the Langan family, you don't obviously know them. Brilliant people, great parents. Both are gone, unfortunately. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Kevin.
Well, that was depressing.
Well, they're dead.
Talk about more people that have died to start the show.
Are your parents still alive?
Yeah, my parents are still alive.
Your parents are my age, for Christ's sake.
My parents are, yeah, younger than you, actually, a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. They're older than you are. They're 10 years older. Only about 10 years older, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am that guy. And just real quick, I was at Home Depot. Guy in his 30s said, sir, to me. And I'm not ready to be a sir.
Well, you're a sir.
I want to be a dude.
You're a 50-year-old man.
I know, damn it, but I want to be a dude.
You gotta be 51, right?
Yes, I'm 51.
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm turning 31 in 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, so there we go. We're 20 years apart. How does that make you feel?
I'm
going to see 20 years more life than you do. Yeah, you're going to die at 7
You could be a happy accident when I was in college. I want to mention, by the way, one of the sponsors of the show is Grass Monsters KC. Now, today I did a video. I went out on this frickin' Silver Eagle Dixie chopper that I have you've seen it. It costs as much as a smart car. It's spectacular. It's not actually that much. It's the one that I have is like $8,000. They do a line of mowers that if you're going to do, whether it is just a home mower or you're going to do a commercial mowing situation, you could start at about $2,500 and then go up to about, over $10,000. But these things are built so incredibly. This is their new model. It's called the Blackhawk. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Excalibur. This is the deal. The Excalibur. That is a mower that will last you forever. If you're doing a commercial thing, if you're going to do, for instance, you're going to do if you have a service, you have a church, has a giant lawn, or a school. You've got the Dixie Chopper Clap. This is the one I have, the Silver Eagle. Unbelievable. The Z2, that's more of the like the private, non-commercial lawnmower. These things are freaking amazing. They are American made. All you got to do is go to grassmonsterskc.com. Grassmonsterskc.com. They also have these new mowers. We talked about this a week ago. Hustler. I don't think they wanted us to officially connect them to Larry Flint.
Oh, did we do that?
They didn't. No, they weren't.
Well, there's a tie-in, though. You want a bald lawn,
yes,
I should say.
You want a very low.
Yes. Very short.
No, they
very short
particularly
grass.
Happy about that.
Oh, they didn't like that.
No,
okay.
they did not.
Well,
like
I won't say that this week then.
Not a big deal.
Okay.
Anyway,
they do have some nice stuff over there at grassmonsterskc.com. I'm holding out until I can get the limo version. They're getting nicer and nicer. I want the one where I can actually be chauffeured around. I get a immigrant man to drive me around in the lawnmower while now I'm just sitting in the back drinking mimosas. And I'm telling you, Juan, I believe you missed a spot. And then I have the tinted windows go up. I have the partition. Now, they're going to make that lawnmower soon.
It's kind of funny. Today, I've been away from full-time employment for, since November.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while. We were looking over across the way, and there were like 4 guys wearing these backpack badass leaf blowers. And I looked at Kel, and I said, man, I hope we have enough money eventually to hire illegals to do our yard work.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? It would be nice. It would be nice.
I think that would be nice, yeah. I think that's what we all aspire to.
It would be nice.
I thought you were going to try to live a lifelong dream and join them in leaf blowing.
Well, it may happen.
I've never done leaf blowing, actually. There's a young guy down the street from me.
You've done a lot of blowing.
I've done it, but not leaf blowing. There's no leaf blowing.
If you want to make some money, I mean, you could make some money. Jared,
I've considered
You're 30 years old.
I'm out of work.
My God, and you worked for Cumulus, so you probably did some blowing there.
I would not disparage that company in the least, Roberto. I am still eligible for being rehired. I don't know about this guy. Don't know about this guy.
No.
There might have been some bridges that were set fire to on his way out the door.
You ever see the bridge over the River Kwai?
Yeah. Rob on his way out, yeah.
I don't know what I did.
Firebomb that baby.
You know what? There was some feces in the entryway.
I left on good terms, turns out. You're trying like hell to change that, though. I have a lot of friends over there still.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you do. You think they are anyway.
What do we got on the show today, buddy?
We got a bunch of stuff to get to. This is funny. Oh my God in heaven.
What is this? We have some news items that you're going to run down quickly, right? We're going to try to just lightly fondle the news stories. A little bit brisk, just the back of the hand. Let me just grazed across the news.
Let me ask you this. What did you think about Donald Trump, the Trump administration, ordering Tomahawk cruise missile strikes on Syria?
Well, very polarizing, right? Because
I don't think it is.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of division that happened in his own Republican Party. I saw some of the right-wing blowhards, Milo Yiannopoulos and Ann Coulter, they broke with him. They broke with Trump over saying, I didn't realize we elected another neocon, somebody trying to get us into another war. But it seems like you sort of have to. I mean, Assad is a madman. And when you use chemical weapons on your own people, I mean, I believe that...
You bomb the freaking airstrip where they're coming from. Why the hell not?
Is it the United States' responsibility to be the world police again, though? That's the... I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
You didn't see Team America, did you? Why did you look at that for your foreign policy? No, listen. Trump went after Jeb Bush about his brother and all this stuff. But it sounds like he was emotionally affected by seeing these kids being struck by chemical weapons.
Well, I read that.
And he said, F this, 59 Tomahawks. Boom! Let's get it done. It's not about being involved in another conflict. It's not about invading a country. It's about, you know what? Bullshit. We're going to take out that airstrip. Yeah. We're going to stop this. We're going to put a foot down. I think it sent first of all, a very powerful message to Syria, which is a POS country. But it also, Vladimir Putin goes, oh shit, okay. All right.
Yeah. And North Korea probably as well. This is going to put everybody on notice.
I didn't think it was a bad move. I thought it was a great move. And he surrounds himself with great people.
Yeah.
Mad Dog Mattis, his Secretary of State. These are smart people who've been on the planet for a long time, Jared, and I think they know what's going on and they know how to deal with the reality of all of these badasses out there who want to take over the world or kill us and have our real estate.
How much do you think that this was Trump's decision, though? You're saying you think Trump might have been personally affected. Coincidental that Ivanka Trump becomes a unofficial advisor and then something majorly. I'm telling you, I've been doing some reading. I've been doing some reading on the internet that's saying it might be Ivanka that got into his ear and said, hey, this is what we need to do. Oh, yeah. That's what the internet's been saying, buddy.
The internet's?
I know, the internet.
I've heard about this. Wait, where is that place?
I wish I could source it.
Is that a newspaper?
Literally something I read on Facebook.
I think that's a newspaper.
That might not be true.
Oh.
But I did see it on Facebook.
I got to tell you, I saw an interesting piece the other day.
Yeah.
Hello, Vicky Martinez. Helmig, thanks for watching. There was a Denver columnist, and I was on KHOW in Denver last week, who says that he is very concerned about the death of traditional media. He works for the Denver Post.
Sure. Yeah.
Where do you get your news? You're a young guy. You're 30 years old. Where do you get your news? Because, there are so many ways to get our news. And when I do my daily show prep, I only do Drudge Report and Fox News because I'm a conservative, right? No, actually, I look at a lot of places. Do you think that Facebook and social media are taking over the news?
Well, when you say Facebook, right?
Where do you go? Where do you go with news? Well, where do you go for your news?
Hold on. Calm down, Tiger.
Ask me right now.
Facebook
Tell me now.
Is not generating news stories. So I do see things, but Facebook.com, nobody is writing.
It's sharing
stories. Yeah, so I'm getting my story. But when people talk about the downfall of journalism, everybody's getting their news on Facebook, as long as I'm clicking a link that I find on Twitter or that I find on Facebook, but as long as it says Washington Post or New York Times or FoxNews.com, as long as it's an actual bona fide source of information. And I like you. I like to read a little. It's impossible to find news without bias. So I read a little bit of New York Times, a little bit of Fox News. I want to know what everybody's saying, right? I'll watch MSNBC. It doesn't matter to me, as long as I know where they fall on the spectrum.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the downfall of traditional media. We still need the Washington Post and we still need Fox News Channel because they're generating the content. Now, the way that I get it is reading it on my smartphone. And I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, I'm sitting on the toilet. I need something to do for that 3.5 minutes. I'm going to pull up my phone and read something.
So weird because I just moved from carrier pigeon for my news from Telegraph to the internet.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Glad you're good. People talk about smartphones like it's something new. I saw a photograph on the internet, side by side. Have you seen this? It's
the Pope?
It's about no. This is 10 guys leaning against a wall. 10, and I don't know where it was. I don't know what city, but 10 guys leaning against like an alleyway wall, basically. And it was a photo from like the 1930s or 40s. All these guys, they have their hats, their suits. They're all sitting there reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
Somebody staged that exact same photo. They have 10 guys all wearing modern, business casual, but they're all sitting there on their smartphones.
Yeah, I know.
But it looks identical. I mean, they're doing the same thing. Just one is superior because you don't have to lug around a piece of paper. Or multiple papers.
But I saw a video the other day. 2005. I think this was after JP died. The Pope, JP the second, died. New Pope was ushered in. What was the guy name? Before Francis?
Benedict.
Elvis, I think.
Oh.
I think it was Elvis.
No, yeah.
It was Elvis.
It was Benedict.
I think it was Elvis. Write me if you disagree.
The one after JPP was the one that
it was Elvis.
Shuffled around all of those pedophiles. Yeah. That's what he did.
I know.
Not enough is made about that.
I'm a Catholic. I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
He systematically shuffled around pedophiles, and somehow he escaped without any type of litigation.
Hello, boys' school. So anyway, but they showed a picture of in 2005 when JP had passed away, and the new Pope was coming in, and there was everybody standing there with their arms at their side, and then they showed 2015 or 2014 when the new guy, Benedict, right?
Yeah.
Benedict. And everybody had a smartphone.
Oh, yeah. Holding it in the air.
Yeah.
Taking pictures.
It is ridiculous. And I've done a lot of research lately, and I'm actually glad to be out of terrestrial radio because there is, and you're a consumer of podcasts. You're the one who got me into podcasts.
Sure.
And you like the just the porn, the young teen porn. No, that too. I didn't get into that.
No, I do not. I listen to a lot.
I thought you.
No, that's not. Must be another guy. No,
really.
That's the other Jared. That's the more famous Jared.
Oh, that's the guy who's in jail now.
Yeah,
the Subway.
Please don't.
Subway sandwich guy. Yeah. But the podcast is not the death of terrestrial radio as we know it, but it is growing dramatically.
Sure.
As an output for people who want to consume media.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a very interesting comparison. Let me ask you, as a millennial, and then we're going to move on to some other stuff that's topical. How much do you get as far as media is concerned from smart devices versus TV, traditional media?
Well, I don't have cable, and I haven't had cable in so many years. So I was an early cord cutter. So I consume almost.
We just got rid of ours last week.
Yeah.
Dude, we just got rid of DirecTV.
I mean, I have the internet, so I have Netflix, and I have HBO Go, and I can still consume entertainment. The only thing that's bothersome is if I want to see a game, if there's a particular game I want to watch, I usually have to go to a sports bar or over to a friend's
listen
house.
to it on the radio.
Right. Yeah, but I do. Occasionally I will. I've been listening to a lot of Royals games on the radio, actually. It's nice.
There's nothing better than baseball on the radio.
Yeah, hearing Denny Matthews, I like it.
Dude, it's much more interesting if you don't have to watch it.
Right. When you do other things. I know. Baseball's so boring. I'm so glad.
Baseball sucks.
I've never been into it. Yeah.
It is. But it is interesting. We just cut the DirecTV cord, and it's weird because I don't have. If I want to get local news, I'm going to have to stream it, right?
Yeah.
You don't do the rabbit ears on the house anymore.
Well, but I have that, actually.
I do have rabbit ears?
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
You can go out and buy a little converter box. Well, I still want local channels. I still like to watch,
I need to do that.
Yeah, you can get that. You get a little bit, I don't know, $20. You get a little digital converter. Just find a place to hide the rabbit ears. You don't have to have them on top of the set anymore. Yeah, put them over in a corner somewhere where they're going to be out of the way. But yeah, I have rabbit ears.
I think it's fascinating.
It's 2017. I'm a grown man that has rabbit ears on his TV. I just realized, we're not that different than we were in the 40s.
All right.
Man, a throwback.
I got a bunch of stuff I want to get to other than just, what we're talking about here. This is kind of interesting. This is a story that I saw today, and I had to make fun of it because the editor-in-chief of Mother Jones suggested that when we launched Tomahawk cruise missiles into Syria, and this is a quote, that the missiles are called Tomahawks must enrage a lot of Native Americans.
Well, oh, really?
Thinking that it's cultural appropriation to call Tomahawk cruise missiles because Native Americans used tomahawks in their, whatever.
Oh, I get it.
I wanted to explain it a little more to you. Now, we do have the Apache attack helicopter, the Black Hawk utility helicopter, and the Chinook heavy lift transport helicopter.
Yeah.
She has taken a beating on social media because of it. I'm not thinking that the Syrians who are being hit with chemical weapons are concerned about the name of the frickin' missile.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
They probably are completely unaware. But why should we change the name of them? Because
it's stupid.
I don't.
It's stupid. All right,
we've covered this.
Oh, wait, how about this?
Yeah.
Nivea. Your skin is very supple. Do you use Nivea face care products?
I do not.
You do not.
I use no lotion. I don't even use soap.
Oh, I think you use lotion. It's not on your face.
No. What if I was in an apocalyptic situation? How am I going to go dry? I go dry every time.
This company out of Germany.
Yeah.
They apparently put together a. You haven't heard this? They put together an advertisement for what they call the invisible black and white deodorant, which featured a woman draped in a white sheet with the slogan, "White is purity." Do you suppose that anyone would have a problem with that?
This is
it's a German company, by the way.
A German? Oh, well, it kind of makes a little more sense then. Well, what's the black percentage of Germany? What's the minority percentage of most European nations?
Probably pretty low.
Very small.
Probably pretty low.
That's one thing. I saw this quality of life index the other day.
Yes.
It was floating around the internet. I don't know. There must be a news story that came out last week. But the top 10, I mean, 1 through 10. Yeah. U.S. was number 14, I believe. Let's close that door.
Dogs are barking.
Yeah, a real professional operation.
I know. Right?
It's also hot in here, too.
Dude, we're not turning on the air conditioning.
I can barely concentrate.
We're not turning on the air conditioning, okay? No. My wife told me, I don't care if Jared's coming, we're not turning on the AC. I know it sucks. It's terrible.
Okay.
It sucks. Go ahead.
As I was saying, the 1 through 10, they were Norway, Finland, Denmark. I mean, they were all these. It was a happy index. Yes, it was a quality of life quadrant. And I saw they said the story I saw was saying all of these countries have one thing in common. And I'm thinking, oh my God, no minorities. Are they going to go here? But no, they went universal health care. But it's the minority thing is true, right? Like, you could just as easily, like, this was like obviously some sort of liberally slanted thing where they're trying to say, oh, if only we had universal health care, but you could just as easily go back, what's going on here?
Well, they're not too happy because they're paying like 65% in
tax. Yeah, incredibly high taxes.
Thank you.
Yes.
My wife, she is itching to be on the radio.
Tighten up the ship here. We're going to tighten the ship
itching.
up. Let's get her a mic.
All right. Well, I've got it right here.
Yeah.
Got it right now.
Put her on.
Right now. Anyway, here's the thing. I'm glad that they didn't go for the strength of the deodorant and the antiperspirant and call it, white power.
Yes.
Although I think it would be effective. What?
I just, at what point, how much do we as a society, and I know a lot of people in the United States would like to see us behave more like Eastern European nations, right?
I don't. Go ahead.
No?
Why in the hell would I? Why would I?
Rob, you know what I know you do not, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You see a lot of people on the internet that would like us to be more like Denmark, Finland, Poland. Right.
Of course.
Right. But one thing they don't have is a diverse population. No. And that's never brought up. No. It's never brought up about the diversity. I'm just saying, I don't know why that's not focused on just as much. I mean, they're saying that these places are better than us, except for the fact that, I don't know, I honestly would like to see what Finland's minority population is.
It's not going to be.
It's probably 1%.
It's not going to be really high. Not going to be really high. Okay. Let me ask you this. You watch more ESPN than I do. I'm not interested in ESPN.
Well, I'm a cord cutter, so I don't watch a lot of it.
Do you
even listen?
Well, you're a sports guy.
You don't listen. You don't listen.
So anyway, Jeremy. But let me ask you, you're a sports guy. ESPN has issued a new list of guidelines for its on-air talent to stay away from politics.
Right.
Their numbers have dwindled greatly in the last few months. So what they're asking is, if you are delivering just content about sports, who won, who lost, stay away from it. And then they're also saying, probably want to stay away from the politics. What do you think about that?
Well, ESPN is hemorrhaging viewers.
Majorly.
Right.
Majorly.
But I don't think that's anything ESPN is.
Why? Why are they not watching?
Well, because people like me are cutting the cord. Because we don't need studio shows. I can go on the internet and I can read analysis. I can go. There are plenty of websites that I'm very knowledgeable about. You're right. I like sports, but I go to websites, the SB Nation. I go to the Ringer. I can go to ESPN.com. I can read the pieces about the games. I don't have to sit there and watch 5 minutes of commercials and then 3 minutes of studio analysis and then 5 minutes of commercials. I can go. The NBA has a YouTube channel. I don't have to sit there and watch highlights on ESPN. I just sit there and watch them on YouTube.
So how
boom. I can see any game I want to watch. I can see a 3-minute recap that the NBA puts out. So that's why ESPN's hemorrhaging viewers. That has nothing to do with politics.
I think it's because they're a bunch of commie libs.
Oh, you think so?
Look at me right here. They're a bunch of commie libs. That's why they're losing viewers, you mother scratchers. Yeah.
It's just changing technology. And ESPN's not going to get it back. But nobody wants to watch SportsCenter.
What about any show, dude?
Who watches SportsCenter now? You don't have to watch SportsCenter.
I don't watch SportsCenter.
I could just go on my phone. If I want to see what happened with the Warriors game last night, boom, I punch it up.
What do you watch? What do you watch?
What do you mean? What do I watch?
What do you watch?
I watch Netflix.
Do you watch TV? Do you watch HGTV?
I don't watch traditional TV. I almost everything I watch is on Netflix or it's on HBO Go.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's the way we are.
Yeah.
That's what we are. We, like I said, what?
They cut DirecTV.
They cut DirecTV because it was a freaking car payment.
Yeah.
It was a car payment every month. All right, let's move on to some other stuff.
Let's do it.
Did you hear about the Coastal Carolina University cheerleading team. Okay. Apparently, now I thought this was bullcrap. Did you hear about this?
No, what is it?
Are you kidding me?
No, I haven't heard it.
You need to be plugged in, dude.
Okay. Right. Educate me.
The Coastal Carolina University cheerleading team apparently were operating as escorts. Not kidding. They were paid between $100 and $1,500 per date. They were using a website called seekingarrangements.com. Okay. Cheerleaders were not only working at strip clubs. I mean, what the hell? Who wants to have sex with a college cheerleader or see one on stage? I mean, who wants to? Jared, you want to see that?
Look, this happens at all schools, right?
What?
This definitely, they're just the ones that got caught. I mean, this happens everywhere.
Cheerleaders?
This happens at every single, there's no way. Don't they have, when you're bringing recruits in, don't you have, what do they call them? The hostesses
But
that show them around?
But they're not cheerleaders.
Why would they be cheerleaders? That's nice. It seems like the kind of girl that's going to sign up to do this. I say girl because I'm assuming some of these people, are they all 18? Do we know they're all?
Well, they start out at 18. And
all right, okay. So they're women. So these are young women. But as long as they're complicit in the, do you have a problem with it? Seems like an economic.
If my daughter was a cheerleader, sure.
Well, if your daughter's making the decision though with her life, 18's young. I'll give you that. And that's a lot of money. $1,500 is a lot of money.
Cal.
The cheerleaders are probably volunteer, right?
You were in college in the late 90s, right? Yes. I mean, $1,500?
$1,500.
I'm not gonna go there. She goes, yeah. I married you for a lot less. Thank you very much.
The problem is when you have the 45-year-old assistant coach that's persuading an 18-year-old to have sex with an athlete. That's when it gets creepy.
The problem.
And I'm sure that some of that happens, but I'm also sure that there are some of these women that would like to be with the athletes regardless. So the money is just icing on the cake.
Well, let me ask you.
I mean, I've been in college. People make connections in college. That's a large part of why you go to college. You're trying to. I mean, and that's a good thing, right? You're trying to feel out. You're trying to learn about the opposite sex.
Feel out, for sure, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Feel out, yes, figuratively and literally. That's a good thing. But I'm not sure. Like I said, if there were some way to get it, if 45-year-old balding, creepy assistant coach is persuading the women to sleep with the athletes,
we have a problem.
Then they're basically pimps.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to shut that down because it could be abused. But I don't know. Cheerleaders want to have sex with athletes. I'm sure it happens at every single school.
But I'm going to tell you this. I was poor in college.
Okay.
I was poor in college.
Sure. Some would say you're still poor.
Oh, well, thank you. Thanks for bringing that up.
Buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
But
you're going to be a lot poorer than me pretty soon. Anyway, but I was poor. If I were a cheerleader and very hot, maybe $1,500.
Yeah.
As a college student.
I don't know why feminists aren't more on the side of prostitution. Prostitution should be legal in my mind.
Why not?
As soon as you legalize it, anything that gets legalized, then you can start regulating it a little more effectively. I bet if you legalize prostitution, you would get the illegal sex trade. You hear about the the underground. I mean, this is real tragic. I mean, when you hear about people that are basically pipelined in, Ukrainian girls who get sold into effectively sex slavery. But as soon as you legalize it and you can regulate it and you have to make people get a license to do it, I mean, obviously there are people that want to do it. There are probably women that feel empowered by doing it. They make a lot of money doing it. I don't know why that wouldn't be a legal transaction.
And I'm unemployed. My wife's really hot. Anyway, but I'll tell you, no, but seriously, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
The libertarian in me thinks that you should be able to do it.
This is why, if you're a libertarian, why the hell not?
I wouldn't do it.
You're not doing it, although you'd be very, very, very.
You know what? You're right. Maybe I would do it.
Yeah. There are a lot of
cheekbones.
There are a lot of men who would really enjoy you. It would really
cute.
Not many women, but a lot of men would really enjoy you. But honestly, why the hell not?
Yeah,
it's your body.
I'm down.
You provide a lot of other services. You wash cars. You do whatever. Why not?
And this is my favorite. When I've advocated for this in the past around women, they go, "But would you want your daughter to?" No, I would not want my daughter to. But there are plenty of legal professions that I would not want my child to go into. I mean, not to disparage janitorial work, but I'm not going to encourage my son to be a janitor, right? It doesn't mean I think janitors should be illegal or that I think you're a bad person if you're a janitor. I just want my boy to aspire to be more than that. And I think the same thing about prostitution. You're doing a lot of mopping up there as well. I wouldn't want my daughter to do it, but it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be legal.
I don't want my daughter to be a garbage man either.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Plenty of professions that are legal that I would not encourage my son to do.
All right.
Male prostitute would be one of those.
We got Debbie watching. Hello, Debbie. Delana.
Debbie, I'm sure she enjoyed that hot male prostitute talk.
Is Debbie writing us from Dallas?
Oh,
little
right.
old school porn there.
Everybody's seen that.
Those people had pubic
on VHS.
Anyway.
Low hanging fruit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we got? What else in the news?
This is kind of interesting. A solar power company, and it's honestly called the Solar Freaking Roadways Project.
Mm-hmm.
They took about, I guess, $4.3 million to build a small section of roadway in March, and I believe this was in California. And what it does is it generates electricity as you drive. So it's a large, with solar power. And I know you have thoughts on solar power.
Sure.
Yeah, I know your thought on solar power is that people put them on the front of their house so they can be seen, right?
Well, that's proven. There's empirical data. I think Freakonomics, the Freakonomics podcast like that. Empirically, the incentive is so high to have your neighbors think that you're doing something good for the planet that people will put it on the side of their house that faces the street as opposed to the side of the house that happens to get more natural sunlight.
Yes.
Which is fine. I get it. I mean, it's the same thing. You drive a Prius partly because you want to do something good, but also you want people to see you driving a Prius.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, apparently this strip of roadway that is supposed to generate electricity generates the power to run a microwave for a day.
Yeah. The technology is just not there.
It's not there.
I break with a lot of conservatives on alternative energy because I absolutely think it is something that we need to invest in.
I do too.
However, the technology is not there yet. It's just not there right now.
I think they should harness the laughter of children.
There we go.
I think they should harness. They should harness. They should harness the ability of men at beaches and swimming pools holding their stomachs in.
Yeah.
When they're outside of the water.
Right.
If it were done, dude, it would be gigantic.
When you're in a new relationship and you know how you won't fart around the girl for a good 3-4 weeks.
Embrace anal energy.
Oh my.
Embrace anal energy, folks. I'm telling you.
I've just I've been seeing this girl.
You go in the other room.
I know.
And you're going to be able to light the freaking house up.
I've been seeing this girl for about it's coming up on 6 months. I've been seeing the same girl. Yeah. No, I'm dating her very seriously. I like her quite a bit, but I have not actually.
She doesn't have access to the internet.
I've not had a bowel movement in front of her. And I said, this is more monumental than saying I love you to an individual, right? Like I will say I love you faster than I will poop in the same house. Like I still I'll politely excuse myself. Well, it's been nice seeing you. I guess I better be going home.
I better go on home and hurry.
I have ended dates because I have to go home, and I'm 30 now. My digestive tract isn't what it used to be. All right, well, it's been nice seeing you, sweetie. And then I go home and I just destroy that bathroom.
Why you are walking the way
just punish it.
You're walking like a pregnant woman. You're walking like a pregnant woman going into labor.
I know.
Out of the house. I know. I do the same walk. And then and the closer you get to the bathroom, the more you got to go.
I know.
Oh,
it's like your body knows.
She's like, well, don't go. No, I have to go.
I excused myself.
It's my son. I gotta go.
I was with her last night, and I said I need to go to the restroom. I peed, and then I went and scoured around her medicine cabinet to find some Tums because I'm like, oh boy, there's a situation for him. And I knew I was going to be laying on the couch, but I couldn't bring myself to make a solid BM in her house because she would have known. She would have put 2 and 2 together. She would have been, Jared's been in there for at least 6 minutes, right? I couldn't hide it.
Now,
I
women
can't
going, there you go, you're done.
Your wife says women can do it in 2 seconds. Yeah, I need to learn that.
No. And when let me ask you this.
That's a truism, though. But young men will say, I love you before they will make a BM in front of their significant other.
There's no way. Yeah. I would have destroyed our relationship. I mean, it would have been over.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
Do you, when you were in the bathroom, do you sit when you pee so it doesn't make noise?
No, I'm beyond that. Although
you can make a pee sound while you're there. It's a splashy splash.
I actually pee with the door open with
What?
regularity. Yeah.
What?
I'm weird like that.
I don't do that. When my wife does it, I'm like, come on.
I have a little boy, right? And because of that, I've realized having a little boy has made me way too lax on. A few weeks ago, and this is when I realized that, there we go, we got the dogs going.
The dogs
again. You really need to euthanize those dogs.
I know. I hate those.
I mean, you want me to kill the dogs for you?
Please.
I'll kill the dogs.
Take them with
I have almost.
Take them with
I'll kill them. If I take them, I will kill them. I have
don't
no
care.
moral compass.
I don't give a
I'm
crap.
Totally.
I'll buy you a dinner. Whatever. Kill them.
So about a week and a half ago, I was taking a shower, and I because I'm a horrible bachelor, I just have the clear shower curtain. Yes. I don't have the decorative shower curtain that goes on the other side of that.
Tries to stab you to death.
Yeah, I can see anything. I just have the clear, but I was in there, and then Brody walks into the bathroom, opens the door, just sits there and starts peeing while I'm in the shower. And the thing is, I didn't think it was weird. Like, I'm just like, oh, hey, man. He's like, hey, Dad. And then we just do our thing. And then I got out of the shower drying off. And I went, I guess he's kind of getting the age. He's 6 now. Like, probably beyond the age. I guess we should put up boundaries of personal space. Because we pee in front of each other. I don't even think about it. I'll be brushing my teeth. He comes in. He just drops a deuce. I'm just, I don't even, it is what it is.
Also, I don't think you just shower in the shower. You don't want to be there.
No.
You don't want to have him.
Oh.
You don't.
Oh, no. I'm not worried about that. No. Taking care of business? Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, maybe it's a good thing. I've trained myself.
Daddy, what are you doing?
No.
I'm having a sword fight.
Never take care of business while he's awake.
Here's an interesting story out of California. There is an event called the Club Skirts Dinah Shore Weekend.
Okay.
Now, Dinah Shore was notorious for being anti-gay. Yeah, maybe you don't. You're a millennial.
No, I don't.
She was she was before me, actually. She was a TV personality.
Oh, what a great story you've selected.
Anti-gay. But there's no. It gets better.
Okay.
20,000 lesbians at a giant party in Palm Springs.
Okay.
I thought that would have more appeal to you.
I don't like lesbians very much.
You don't? Okay.
No.
All right.
They're mean to me.
It's a long.
You know why?
Because they're more masculine than you.
I have had interactions before with lesbians where they see me from behind and they assume that I am a lesbian, and then I turn around and they're like, oh, you're just a skinny man. And that's happened twice, so that's why. Like, I didn't feel it. Like, ooh, I'm being checked out. Who's that? Oh,
you're a dude.
Yeah.
They're
very disappointed. But I look like a dainty woman from behind.
Kind of, yeah. Well,
right.
Yeah. Well,
I look a little bit like Rachel Maddow.
So
I think that's they get confused.
When I first met you.
Right.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a giant weekend going on. It's one of the wildest weekends in the lesbian community, and it is a giant debaucherous event happening. It's before they started the Coachella music festival. Are you part of that?
No.
Coachella.
But see, lesbians are usually more measured, I find, than gay men, and that lesbians tend to couple up and then have real bona fide emotional relationships, whereas a lot of gay guys, and I say this not from total ignorance. I mean, I've had plenty of gay friends.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just about
hooking up.
Yeah, not monogamy.
Yeah.
Lesbians are monogamous, and they don't even have sex, right?
Oh, no, they have sex. They have sex.
What do lesbians do on their first date? Your wife's talking off mic here. People can't hear you, Cal. Okay.
On their first date, they get a U-Haul.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
And they move it together.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, and here's what I'll say about this. When it comes to lesbianism versus gay relationships, and this is not because of what you and I went through at the station.
They couple up. Lesbians couple up.
I know, but
it's positive.
I thought you liked me. Anyway, no. What it is
gay guys like the hookup
Gay
culture.
guys just want to bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And that's why they hook up in bathrooms and steam rooms.
Yeah.
And the bathroom at KCMO in the morning.
Never seen
when we were in a long break.
Never seen that.
Anyway.
Don't know what you're talking about.
But gay guys just want the bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Lesbians, a lot of the times, I think not only is there a physical attraction, but also they have an upbringing that turns them away from men.
Right.
And maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's fine. That's why I'm very pro-gay, because I think you can't really control your sexuality.
Honey.
A lot of gay guys you look at a lot of gay men and you look at their background, there's some inappropriate touching that took place. Their wife is educating us off mic again about, if you're going to talk, Kelly, you got to learn. There's this thing called microphones, and you have to talk into the microphone to be heard.
I feel like I have really bad, nacho breath.
Go ahead.
Lesbians are not lesbians because of some form of something that happened to them.
I think you're wrong.
No,
I think they don't like men for a reason.
that's not true.
It's more of a political decision to be a lesbian than a gay guy. Gay guys just want to do other guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're wow.
Discuss.
Has anybody here had a gay experience? All right, let's move on, then. Let's stop talking like we're... Oh, wait a minute. Rob, have you? Oh, boy.
So, man, my gosh, look at that missile strike in Syria.
Next week, we need a gay guy, not Rob, in the studio to educate us on homosexual relationships. Right now, it's just a bunch of people talking out of their asses.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want a gay person, and I want it to be a gay person that was molested in their youth, and that's called confirmation bias. All right?
Yes.
So we have to do our
work on that.
homework.
All right, write us here real quick. If you are a gay man, please write us.
No, but only if you were molested at a young age.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
We're going to make it great again.
Can I do one more? Can I do one more lesbian story?
Yes, please.
Marvel Comics has introduced its first lesbian Latina superhero called America Chavez.
Do they even have a Latino? Why a lesbian Latino?
No. I've got a stack of comic books.
Yeah?
I believe there are Latino comic book characters. This is the first Latino lesbian. Now, here's the thing. You're looking for a job.
Yeah.
You're a white guy.
Uh-huh.
Identify as a woman, lesbian, Latino. Boom! You are set.
Oh, not sure how I'm going to pull that off.
Oh, I think
Do I have to get a tan, a base tan?
I think you could.
Do I have to tuck anything?
No. Look at you right now.
Do I have to wear a supportive bra?
Folks, look at Jared right now.
Yeah.
You're pretty tan.
Am I?
You got dark hair.
I spent a lot of time this weekend in the sun. It was nice.
You could pull off the Latino, and your slight figure, you could be a lesbian Latino.
The dirty Sanchita.
You could make this happen.
All right.
Anyway, this is not apparently, this is the new thing with Marvel Comics. It is a lesbian Latino superhero, America Chavez. You know what she did in the first edition? She punched Hitler in the mouth.
So it's back in time?
I guess.
I'm confused.
I know.
Look, everybody wants to be progressive. I like inclusivity. I think it's good to have diverse faces, but sometimes it seems a little shoehorned in.
Thank you.
It's like the TV commercials where you see, it's hey, we're just hanging out at McDonald's getting some quarter pounders. And there's a white guy and a black guy and a Hispanic guy. It's like, look at this friend group. It's like no friend group I've ever seen.
Certainly not ours.
And now in the future, you're going to have the white guy and the black guy and the Hispanic guy and then the guy wearing a dress.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next McDonald's ad.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going down to get some Big Macs. Da-da-da-da-da.
With my transgendered friend.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, guys, this is the other one. You see these ads, like it's the ones for the drugs, the prescription drugs.
Yes.
They're Propecia. It's like some skin thing, and they're out by the basketball court, and there's a basketball court across the street from my house.
Yeah.
Almost exclusively used by black guys.
Yeah.
Black guys like to play basketball. That's cool. But when you watch the Propecia ad, it's a white guy and it's a black guy, and they're all
Yeah.
And now you're going to have the guy in a dress, the guy with breast implants. He's going to need to be out there as well because we're going to shoehorn diversity. It's good, right?
Can I also say that my wife and I have never sat next to each other in dual clawfoot bathtubs, looking at the sunset, holding hands. We have never done that. Have we ever done that?
You never done the dual tub thing?
Didn't need the Viagra.
I just can't wait for the ad though. You have the guys playing hoops, and then the dude in his dress. There's going to be a guy in a dress, and then he's going up for a layup. Oh boy, watch out! He's wearing his mini skirt. Look out, boys! He's pre-op still.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Smack in
Boom.
slow motion, like somebody being punched. Right there.
That would be effective though in distracting you from all the horrible side effects. Because that's when they show the hoop scene is when they're telling you Propecia may cause early premature death.
Of all the things that with Propecia,
explosive diarrhea,
Propecia, you're going to get marvelous hair, but you're going to risk in being impotent.
Yes.
Being depressed and wanting to kill yourself.
Well, my favorite are the depression drugs.
You're going to be a great corpse.
A side effect of the depression drugs that'll tell you is suicide.
I know.
What in the hell?
I wasn't thinking about suicide before, but now
then I read this pamphlet.
The depression medicine.
I didn't even
freaking kill myself.
Didn't even know that was an option. It turns out I was just being a huge puss this whole time. I just nutted up and decided to kill myself.
You know what? If you're going to be depressed,
thanks, Olaf.
Might as well kill yourself.
How many people has that clown killed? Old Olaf Clown?
All right. Another comic book story, real quick. Marvel Comics has decided to be diverse, and unfortunately, it's backfiring on them. So they've come up with these new characters that, like female Thor.
Sure.
What the hell? Why do we need a female Thor? I mean, use She-Hulk. She-Hulk.
If you're going to draw drawings, and let's face facts, these comic books are just nerdy nerds just drawing drawings.
Yeah, I know.
I'd rather draw a drawing of a hot chick.
Yeah.
Nice bust.
Yeah. Well,
as opposed to the big muscular man. Like, I'm kind of into it. Like, if you're going to change it, if I change them all, like what would be
attractive male?
Is there a female Hulk? Yeah. I don't need all these.
There's a She-Hulk.
Comic books are. Well, okay, once a month it becomes.
Oh, my wife becomes freaking She-Hulk. You have no freaking idea. But anyway, a lot of people are turning up their noses at diversity. They don't want female characters out there.
Why?
Well, you know what I think it is.
Comic books are so gay.
But like,
can I say it? Comic books are gay.
Should I show you the box of 1,000 comics that I'm getting ready to sell in the other room? And I just found out today that some of them are worth $500-$600.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
So I'm nuts. I will put panties on. I will put paste. I will dance around. I will be in a gay parade if I can sell those things for a lot of money.
Your wife cringed. I'm not saying gay is a pejorative. I don't mean gay as anything negative. I'm just saying the idea of men reading magazines with muscly men that frequently end up on top of one another, wrestling each other. That's kind of gay.
Let me make this a little bit less gay. Let me make this a little bit less pejorative.
Uh-oh, here she comes.
Comic books are so Jewish. I mean, they are so black. What?
I don't mean it pejorative. It's gay. Having muscly men do nothing but fight each other.
You can say it's gay.
It's a little homoerotic.
We are podcasting. You could say
the way that they're dressed. I mean, they're idealized male bodies. They get all hot, sweaty, and fight each other.
What?
It's the show that we watch with the geek, the scientists that we watch.
Which one, honey?
Oh gosh, I'm having a brain fart now.
This is just great pod right here.
This is just. You know what, Jared? I thought that our radio show could not get better, and then I realized that I invite my wife to be on the show. No,
gotta set her up in the corner.
Are you talking about Modern Family? Are you talking about Grace and Frankie?
Guys who work as scientists at Caltech.
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Oh, you guys watch that? Oh,
it's fantastic, dude.
It is a great show.
It's a great show.
You guys are basic. That is a basic show.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're watching, what the hell is that stupid ass show?
Something
what was that god-awful show on PBS? It was so popular a couple of years ago.
Oh, you guys are just a cornucopia of not being able to remember things. If you're gonna, here's the thing about doing a reference. If you bring a reference up, be able to have it on lockdown to deliver the reference. It's like that thing with the guy doing the thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. Oh, it's that movie with the person in the place
right here.
I mean, you're just giving no.
Downton Abbey. You like Downton Abbey, don't you?
I never watched it, but I'm sure I would have enjoyed it. I like Mad Men quite a bit.
What do you watch? I mean, because you're so goddamn
If you're going to watch a comedy, watch Veep. Veep's a good comedy. All right, we wrap it up.
Okay. We are going to wrap up.
Because I have to go do the thing with the guy at the place, with the people. I can't remember.
Honestly, you should be privileged to be on this show.
I know.
What is the name of the show again?
What is it's Rob something or other. No. My favorite part is on the Facebook link that you sent out. It says live with, go ahead and read that. Read what it says.
It says live with, whoa, that's
live with JR, what is that? AEDCAR.
Hold on. Let me edit that real quick.
He's live currently with JRAED car.
Hold on, boner. There you go. Right.
There we go.
There, I saved it.
Yeah, I was
trying to go live. I was trying, honestly, and listen.
Yeah.
When I go to your studio that you built from scratch and you go online, whether it be Facebook or YouTube with graphics and multiple cameras, when you do that, and I know it's just around the corner because,
any day
you are a genius. You are a comedic genius.
Yeah.
You have done so much, Uber driver.
But I'm lazy. Yeah, I'm very lazy.
Yes, you are very lazy. And when you do
Nobody can do nothing as effectively as me.
Then you can bitch about what I'm doing here. As you enjoy your delicious beer, and
purchased.
I'm going to thank you. I'm going to go make a steak for you. And
you know the kind of dog I am? The one that bites the hand that feeds.
I think you are.
That is what I do.
All right, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
How long did we go?
Hell, I don't know. Let me see.
It seems like it's been an appropriate length.
Oh, my God. It seems like forever, to be quite honest. It has been, I think, close to an hour.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm going to post this, actually, to not only Facebook, but also Facebook. And then I'm going to maybe post it onto YouTube as well.
And can you do that site with the, it's that
www. Thing that we do.
The thing with the guys, and they do the thing at the place. Put it on there as well, will ya?
Chetta, Brian, thank you so much for joining in the show, and I'm sorry that Jared has made it a decisively turn towards a negative.
So abrasive.
Honestly, he's such a dick. I don't even know why. It should be called the Carson and the Dick Show.
Hey, it's not bad.
No. Great to have you in, honestly, and I do believe that.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm pitting out in this room. It's so hot.
I know, it's awful. We're not turning the air conditioning on.
Look at this.
Guys,
this is Rob. Look at this. Photographic evidence. I know if you're just listening to this, you can't see, but I'm showing.
I'm going to mention, we're 50 minutes, by the way.
Good.
Here's the deal. Check out robcarsonshow.com, Facebook at Rob Carson Show. I'm thinking about a new name for the show, which would be the Rob Carson Experience with a guy named Jared. Or maybe the Rob Carson Awesome Radio Show with a guy named Jared. Something like that. If
Two guys doing something in that place that
wherever we are.
We'll get it. Yeah.
Anyway, have a glorious evening, morning, whatever, and we'll see you again soon. See you later.
Bye.